The views and opinions of this show do not reflect the views and opinions of Wiki Curiosity Media or its affiliates. Wiki Curiosity Media, changing the world you listen to. Episode of Behind the Screen. I'm your host, Dan. Joining me tonight, as always, is Zach.
What's going on, buddy?
And Miss Angel.
Hello.
And you can find us on Facebook under Behind the Screen. You can find us on YouTube at Wiki Curiosity Media. You can check us out on Facebook at Wiki Curiosity Media. I would say our webpage, but it's kind of defunct right now. It needs a lot of updating, so don't go check that out. We're on iTunes under Wiki Curiosity Media, and you can get all of our archived shows at blogtalkradio.com/wikicuriosity. So, it's another Sunday night.
Yes, it is.
It's been
2 weeks.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. No, I'm sorry. Anyway, it's been a couple weeks.
Bro.
Yeah, Friday. Friday was our last get together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last show was 3 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago. It wasn't last week, it was the week before when we did Batman.
It's whenever I quit dipping.
Yeah.
I think it's been 2-3 weeks.
Something like that.
There's so many fun facts.
About this movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a fun fact Friday night.
By the way, did you ever hear back from...
He won't be able to make it.
Okay.
I got a new weapon pointed at my face.
On D&D?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So last weekend, we weren't able to broadcast.
No.
I was sick. You were out. Doing something. I think.
No, so it's been, because the week, I don't remember what happened that one. That's when I had the wedding Saturday. The wedding Saturday. I don't remember what I did Sunday.
I don't know.
The Sunday before that, I was a Dogwood.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks then. Yeah. Yeah. Because last weekend I was sick.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah. Poor guy couldn't even pay attention to the game.
No, I couldn't even pay attention to D&D. I was so bad.
He had the Hershey squirts.
Yeah, I was not doing good. You are being loud, sir. Oh, and then this weekend, you know,
Here we are.
Miss Angel hasn't been feeling well.
No. It's been all weekend, so that's kind of sucked. I look forward to the weekends.
So,
They cannot handle their food.
Right?
No,
I obviously
this is true.
cannot handle fast food.
yeah.
I live on fast food. I be going to McDonald's like 7 times a day.
Still no excuse not to say thank you for all the things that I did this weekend.
I know, you thought you at least a little bit of gratitude.
Why don't you go ahead and list off all the things you did, because I've heard it like 5 times now.
Well, to start off with, I bathed the dog,
Yeah.
which is in and of itself a chore.
Yeah.
Also, it's never my chore because I don't bathe the dog.
Because she can't reach into the tub.
Because I have short arms.
You can't reach into the tub.
We got a dog tub.
Did laundry.
Yeah, there's water hose outside.
I did laundry.
Yeah.
I vacuumed.
Damon.
That's a big chore.
It's a big chore, especially when I had to vacuum the living room, the stairs, the couch, or there's a lot of dog hair.
Yeah.
And then I had to make dinner last night.
Yeah. Which is another chore in itself.
In and of itself, yeah. I made meatball sandwiches. Yeah. Homemade meatball sandwiches, not homemade meatballs. Homemade meatball sandwiches.
Yep.
But first, I had to go buy it all. I had to go to the store and get the stuff.
Use your money.
And obviously, yeah. And then today, I slept on the couch last night so that she could get some rest.
So nice of you.
It is, right? And then today, I did some more laundry. I washed our bed sheets yesterday and made the bed. With a little help. But I still made the bed.
I tell my girlfriend all the time, I'm buying you Starbucks. I'm paying for it. And she's like, yeah, with my card. But I'm still buying it for
Right? It's no different.
I'm still handing them the card.
And then today, I did laundry again. Mowed the front and backyard. Today. And
that backyard's treacherous.
that backyard's a pain in the butt. And then helped with dinner again. And then got everything set up for tonight's show.
Yeah. I feel for you, man.
Like all of this in a weekend. I barely had any time to watch The Kingsman today. Or Kingsman, the Secret Service today.
Yeah.
Barely had time to watch D&D last night. It was rough. It was rough, I'm telling you.
Rough weekend right there.
It was. And I talked to my son.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. How's he doing?
He's good. He's good. You know, the one with the twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing real good. So, but yeah, not once did she, show any appreciation for all the stuff I did for her while she was on the couch, just chilling.
And again, I will say, they do it for us, and we say thank you.
And it's expected.
Exactly.
It's expected.
It's expected for one.
It's expected for me, as a husband, to express my gratitude to my stay-at-home wife.
Yes.
For always, washing my clothes or doing laundry and stuff like that. It's expected I'm supposed to say thank you every day.
And you do.
And I do. And I do. I show my gratitude every day. It's called Fireball.
Yeah.
Gonna need to buy some more.
Where's the gratitude at now?
I know, right?
That bottle that's at the store.
Not even a thank you.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Shut the fuck up. All I have done all fucking weekend besides violently vomit is say thank you for taking care of me.
Well, I didn't hear it, so obviously you didn't.
Yeah, it was like, yeah!
Thank you.
I really...
I should eat some Missoula.
I don't recommend the chicken crisper sandwich from McDonald's, by the way.
I got
At all.
an idea. How about you just eat it and not throw it up?
That would be great. That would be great.
Then I wouldn't have to do everything all the time.
Right? Then you wouldn't be stuck doing all the chores.
Right? Right? What are you looking at?
Whatever somebody did that was cleaning up. I don't know what that is.
I'm not even messing with it right now. There she goes. There she goes.
It's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa in a mess form.
Right here.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Try my hat. Try it.
This is obviously why we have children, so that we can have an immaculate house.
Oh, and the children did the dishes. Not a single thank you from her.
That is not true.
I mean, there's no appreciation.
I'm gonna get sick on you right now.
Being a husband and a father is a very
It's
underappreciated.
It's alright because
Wow.
next weekend we'll just dip out of here for a day.
Truly could not give a shit.
And we'll go to the movies and see the new space drama action thriller / horror movie called Back 10.
I'm excited
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
Do it because I will take it down.
I heard this one they go to Mars.
Do they find Jason?
Yeah. Do you know Jason's space?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Fast 11 is going to be in Jupiter. Around the rings of Jupiter.
That's Saturn, dog.
Jupiter has rings. So does Uranus. They have very small
Mine
rings.
is fine. Your line is fine.
Last weekend, your anus ow.
Oh, I got the dog here. I got the mascot who just wants all the attention. So he was nice and soft and everything.
The only one that showed gratitude.
Right? He did. Get down. After his bath and everything, and
After his bath and everything, when he came and he curled up on top of his mommy's heated blanket and fell asleep for the rest of the day.
pretty much that was his gratitude.
Right.
Still gratitude though.
Still gratitude.
Still gratitude.
I fucking hate you right now. I
Don't
feel,
say that on the air.
I do not
Hey,
feel well enough to deal
we're
with your
sensual.
bullshit today.
No, there you go. We're now to PG. We're now in R rated. PG-13.
No.
But you're allowed
sorry.
one. You're allowed
Very
one cuss
sorry.
word. And I will say, the way I've not seen it yet, but Guardians of the Galaxy dropped the best F-bomb ever.
You haven't seen Guardians 3 yet?
No.
That's what we're gonna go see.
Yeah.
We'll go see Guardians 3.
Have you seen that plot where they drop that bomb?
No.
Oh, I'll show
You're that couch that you slept on?
Uh huh.
You'll be staying there the rest of the month.
I mean,
The month is about over, so.
it's not like I've never done that before. When everybody was afraid of COVID and my daughter was exposed.
And when you had kidney stones.
And when I had kidney stones, I was on for a whole week.
You out of your own bed.
Out of my own bed, onto the couch for a whole week.
Man.
That's what. No appreciation. Did you see this, everybody? No appreciation for anything that we go as guys. I feel triggered.
I'm sure someone else feels triggered. She's about to get triggered.
She's about to go upstairs and get the trigger.
I ain't got mine home right now. It's being cleaned. Sorry, we see how it looks, man.
Mine's upstairs. I could probably get to it before she did, but
I think she'd throw you out the window first.
probably.
Also,
Onto my fresh cut grass that I didn't get.
listen, I might be chubby, but I don't have bad knees. I'm sure I'll get there faster.
Yeah, it's true. She got you on the knees.
No, she does. She does. Yeah. Anyway,
Moving on.
fresh cut grass. All right. So anyway, this week we are reviewing the Dungeons and Dragons movie,
Yes.
Honor Among Thieves.
Yep.
So when I first heard about the movie, I was remembering. I don't know. You probably haven't seen it, but back in the '80s, when D&D started to become really big, right?
Stranger Things.
Yeah, pretty much. The Stranger Things, shows it. But back when it was starting to become big, they did a cartoon. It was a cartoon,
No, they haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah.
and they did another movie, a live action movie.
No, definitely seen that one.
Cartoon wasn't bad.
Maybe it's probably not bad.
The movie was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Think of Super Mario Brothers.
I've seen that movie.
You haven't seen the live action? Oh my god.
Look, if it's anything like Halo or anything else in the live adaptations of movies and games and stuff, I can assume it's bad.
Halo wasn't bad. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It was a lot better than a lot of the other ones that we've had. But anyway, I was a little skeptical.
No, bad.
I was really skeptical, and then I saw the first trailer and laughed my ass off in the trailer.
The new one?
Yeah, Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah.
Saw the first trailer.
The 5-question clip.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I saw that. I was like, okay, I'm sold. I'm gonna go watch
I
that.
don't care. Well, Chris Pine, I don't think I've seen him in a movie in a long time.
Star Trek.
How long ago was that?
It's been a few years.
But, yeah, it's
But you had Chris Pine as the thief.
Bard.
He
He's a bard.
didn't use any magic. He was a thief.
No, he's a bard. He wasn't a rogue. He's a bard.
He was not a bard.
He was not a bard.
What was he?
He wasn't a rogue. I don't think he was a rogue either.
He had the bard.
He just had it.
He just had it. That was his weapon.
Oh,
I don't know.
He was a rogue.
I don't think he's a rogue. I think he's a bard. Either way.
Either way, because bards used magic and he didn't. He wasn't a magic user.
No, rogues use magic too.
Kinda.
Look at mine, man.
Yeah.
I'm made of magic.
But anyway, so you had Christopher Pine.
Yeah.
Right. And then Chris Pine, sorry. And then you have Michelle Rodriguez playing the Barbarian.
Which wasn't hugely a fan of at first. Then I watched the movie and was like, alright, that makes sense.
When I saw her in the trailer, I was like, this is going to be epic.
Yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez, who is just phenomenal in anything that she does.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the Fast and Furious franchise.
They ruined her in that franchise.
In the later movies,
Yeah.
the beginning one,
Right.
she was awesome.
Yes.
Until she got amnesia and
Right.
they decided to try and bring her back from
And then
the
the
dead.
whole script, her script is terrible.
Yeah, Yeah, they relegated her to a second fiddle player, which is crazy because she was definitely one of the major players in everything that went on.
He's a bard.
Ooh.
Is he a bard?
He's a bard and a thief. Yep.
Which is odd because most bards use magic.
So Edgin is a bard because he's there to pick up his friends when they get discouraged. That's when he uses that thing, but he's also a thief.
Right, which you can be a paladin thief. You can be a sorcerer thief.
Right.
That doesn't really matter. But the actual class is a bard.
Edgin, right? Is it Edgin?
Yeah, I think so.
Darvis, the bard. So.
Okay. Which, if you remember, I actually told our DM first that he was a bard, and he's the one that actually corrected me.
Yeah, he thought he was. I think he thought he was a rogue.
Yeah, Austin corrected me and said he was a rogue.
He's not. I've looked on several different places.
Yeah, because I thought he was a bard.
Yeah, no, because I was sitting there watching the movie. I'm like, yo, when's the rogue gonna show up?
Yeah,
my dude. No, he never shows up.
No. But
although, if I had to think of a character that was in the movie to be a rogue, I'd probably say the Thane Assassin.
Yes, absolutely.
That would probably be the closest to
because rogues
are
assassins.
Yeah. That'd be the closest thing, but he deals with the sword.
Yeah, most
rogues can't use swords.
No, get down.
I can use a saber, but not a
simple weapons. Yeah, rogues use simple weapons.
Correct.
So, so I went to the theaters to go see this.
Yeah, I got ditched.
I had to take the DM. I had to curry favor with the DM.
I know you're new to D&D, and I explained some of the D&D things to you, but I'll take you get back. Oh yeah, we saw the movie. Man,
to be fair, I did say I was going to take you.
Yes.
And somebody else outvoted me.
To what?
So you're the reason, yo.
To what?
To D&D movie.
Listen.
Here it comes.
That is your child.
Here it comes.
And the whole reason we do D&D is because of him. That's the only reason why. And I told you could go with Zach too, but you needed to take Austin.
Here's the reason he took Austin. He's trying to get in good with the DM.
Pretty much. Tried to curry favor with the DM. I mean, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. Something bad happens, he's gonna live. Man, time to do movies. I'm alive.
Pretty much, yeah. But anyway, went to the theater and saw it. Loved it in the theater. Waiting for it to come. Saw it on Amazon for rent, and it was $20. I was like, no.
Was that not a purchase then?
No, it was $25 to purchase, $20 to rent.
That's freaking insane.
It is. It is. And then the next day, I saw it on Paramount Plus, and I'm like, yes.
Yo, Zach.
That's exactly what I said.
I was like, I watched it that night when you told me. I was like, I'm watching this movie.
Yeah, we watched it last night.
It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
It was.
It was amazing.
So,
I was rolling throughout the entire movie.
So for me, there was a lot. So there was a lot of action in the movie.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, you distracted me over there.
I know. I'm just making sure
something
things are
off
okay.
camera. A lot of action. There's a lot of dialogue, surprisingly. But there was also a lot of comedy.
There's so much comedy.
The two funniest parts throughout the entire movie were the graveyard scene and the dragon.
Oh, the dragon scene.
I have to
Dragon
disagree. The dragon scene and the owlbear scene.
It wasn't necessarily. So the owlbear scene wasn't.
Which
okay,
owlbear?
okay.
Which
The
owlbear?
ending owlbear scene.
Yes. Chuck
Dude, that dragon though, I was like, okay.
I seen the face and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. And then it come out and it's like stuck in its
Go
lair.
around, dummy.
It's like, oh. And then the fucking smart ass remark from Chris Pine. What did you eat the last one?
So that overweight red dragon that the party encounters in the Underdark is
Hold on. We will be right back
Yep. I have to say
No.
that. Just do it.
Okay. Anyway, Red Dragon.
So the overweight red dragon the party encounters in the Underdark is Timberchawd. It's Themberchaud. A known powerful denizen of the Underdark.
Okay.
They used a lot of stuff straight from the gameplay. Because when you were looking at the credits and you were like, Wizards of the Coast. It's because Wizards of the Coast is the ultimate owner of D&D.
Yeah.
Yep. And so they threw in so many things from the actual gameplay that where they're playing is the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
So I mean,
which is actually kind of cool because our first encounter in D&D, our first foray into D&D, our 5-year campaign, was in the Forgotten Realms.
It was.
They were talking about certain cities and stuff like that, and we're like,
we've been there. Yep.
But yeah, we were in the Forgotten Realms, and it was cool for us as players to be able to recognize some of those names of the cities and places and that.
Oh, I'm sure it would be. Granted, I've never been there.
No, because when we were playing our first campaign, it was hot nerd the whole time, nerd, bunch of nerds,
Yeah.
and then it's like, I want to play too.
Who, me?
You.
Oh yeah. I thought that's what you were talking about.
Yes, you.
Every day that you and Ethan would be there talking, I'm like, shut up, you fucking nerds.
Yeah.
Every day.
And then we started the new campaign, and it was like,
I don't remember who
I want to
talked me into this.
I did.
Is you or Ethan? I think you did more of the talking into it than he did.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think Ethan cares at the end of the day. Like,
He really don't. Yeah, that's
I was like, just talk to Austin and see what he says.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And then you start thinking about your character. Got this big old long backstory. Got so in depth and deep into your character.
Dark. You didn't read my original draft, man. That shit was dark.
And then after his first session, I can't wait till next Friday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill somebody.
I'm gonna kill somebody. I say that shit all the time.
I'm gonna steal something. I'm gonna kill somebody.
And for the most part, I've been living up to my words. I have stolen shit. A lot of shit.
You've stolen a lot.
I've killed a lot of people.
I've killed one or two.
For like no apparent reason, just like going back there and chopping some head off. But yeah. I take back my words. I am a fucking nerd.
It's
go.
geek.
it's geek.
It's geek.
No. Geek is if you do one thing or the other. I watch anime and play D&D. So I am a nerd.
No. You have to be smart to be a nerd.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a nerd. What are you gonna do, man? I'm gonna split off from my party. I'm just a weak little dude. I'm an assassin. You died. Oh.
I'm gonna follow the dude with the really big gun that I don't know about. Oh, guns in my face. Shit.
In the situation, that was the best choice. What happened if a fight broke off and I didn't? Oh, guess what? He's sniping us with unknown weapon, and y'all can't figure out where he's at because all y'all's perception's trash.
Anyway, moving on to the game. Moving on from the game onto the movie.
Yeah, this is one reason I wanted to see the movie. I was like, I gotta play that game.
One of the things that I really loved about the movie is its use of practical effects.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You know, the fish with the cat in it,
Yeah.
all practical. You could definitely tell they were animatronics.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was no CG in there.
There was a little bit of CG. I mean, obviously they're gonna have CG in the movie.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of practical effects in this movie, and that's one thing as an avid movie watcher.
Yeah, it's not like they were trying to cover it up. Oh.
No, they weren't. They weren't.
Like, hey, here it is. All right,
here's an animatronic cat that's going.
Well, so that scene, they actually had to do. Hold on a second, because I got a fun fact for that.
I love fun facts. She doesn't have her computer, so she's got to do it on her phone.
I mean, it is a computer.
Okay, she doesn't have her desktop.
I do not.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit they weren't trying to hide in that movie. They're just like, oh, here it is. This is funny. Bye.
Yeah.
Right, let's just do this.
That's just
The
like,
walking brains were CG.
oh, I know, of course.
Yeah.
That part
The dragon was CG.
That part cracked me up. They only go after smart people. They just walk by.
Walked by everybody. That's a little hurtful.
Because they're all stupid, though. They're all fucking retarded.
Excuse me. Anyway, what I was going to say about the dragon, while she's looking up her fun fact, is when the dragon thing came on, dragon comes out and starts crushing. Angel's like, that's a big dragon. Right as she said that, the line from Michelle Rodriguez.
I said, that's a fat ass dragon.
That's a dragon.
That's a roly-poly dragon.
I was telling my girlfriend, because I showed her clips. I'm like, yo, everybody thinks dragons fly. Like, this motherfucker didn't even fly. He tried everything
literally
he did.
slid
And it was like, he started rolling because it was faster than walking.
When he's sliding on his belly down, eating up the people.
You, his face reminded me of the baby dinosaur from the show Dinosaurs. That's all. I was just waiting for him to say some shit out of his mouth.
Not the mama.
So, the tabaxi.
Yes.
At one point, the characters encounter a baby cat-like tabaxi caught in a large fish's mouth, which is luckily rescued by Zank and returned to its parent. The scene called for the rescue to happen all in one shot, necessitating an animatronic tabaxi that was untethered. Brian Poor and other members of our animatronics team made the baby. It's all a self-contained animatronic within the sculpture of the baby. It was radio controlled, and we gave it just enough movement to make it seem alive and moving. Interestingly, it took a long time just designing the palate of the fish to fit the baby, so it wouldn't just crush it or toss it down its gullet. But that was really quite fun. That was a very complex setup to get all in one go.
Which is awesome, because you don't get a lot of one shot.
No, it's hard to get one shot scenes.
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with animatronics and stuff like that. I mean, it'd be a lot easier if it was just all CGI and you had this, green screen fucking baby.
Yeah.
But
you were talking about one shot scenes, and you still not even seen the first movie. I'm getting sidetracked here. Extraction 2 that's coming out is going to be.
I've seen Extraction.
You have?
Yeah.
Good. The second one that comes out in June is like a 14-minute one-take scene.
The movie 1917 was all one shot.
Yeah, it was, which is.
Yeah, there was no camera breaks at all.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely incredible because when he's running.
Yeah.
There's no break, there's no cut, there's no if he would have tripped and fallen, it would have fucked everything up.
Yeah, and we saw the.
We're an hour in. God damn it!
Start over.
But like I was saying, me as an avid movie watcher, somebody as a cinephile, somebody that absolutely loves movies in and of themselves, I appreciate what CGI can do for the movie world. Marvel uses a lot of CG. A lot, yes. Sometimes a little bit overkill. Which is why when a movie like Honor Among Thieves comes out and you see a lot of practical effects, like all the people on the board of the pro board.
Yeah.
They were all costumes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Dude, the eagle.
Yeah, Jonathan. Jonathan.
Poor guy.
That was the most awkward looking beast though.
the Aarakocra?
Yes.
Aarakocra.
He looked so awkward.
I'll go back to the dude.
The first time when they jumped out.
It's like, we approved your request.
We approved your parole.
I told you he gets out of here. Then at the end of the movie, it's a brick wall.
Right. Oh.
Poor guy.
Should we wait for Jonathan? I really feel like he would like this part.
Oh, I love when he's doing his backstory too, though. He's like, he goes back. He's like, oh, you went back too far. Quit stalling. It was great. That's what I'm saying. Like, there was a couple of times where I wasn't laughing. And it's only because they weren't talking. anytime it was like talking involved, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, I would say that for me, okay, so there's different levels of comedy in a movie. You have comedy where it kind of breaks up the scene.
Right.
You have comedy that's meant to just kind of be like, oh, okay, that was kind of humorous. And then you have comedy that's made to make you laugh your ass off. For me, there were a lot of parts in the movie where you're just like, oh, not sarcastically, but you're like, oh, that was a good move
funny.
along.
Yeah.
And then you have the
Dragon
scene and the end owlbear scene.
Yeah.
The dragon scene was made to make you laugh.
Yes.
You know?
There was nothing like, because if it would have been a normal dragon,
he would have destroyed him.
Yeah, and it would have been like, oh well, okay, but no, just a fat dragon. All the smart ass comments from him.
Which we know that's a real dragon though. Like that's a real thing that exists.
Yeah,
and then
in D&D.
And then him trying to fly, all that was just funny.
Yeah, I mean he flew once.
No, he flew up
fluttered.
he fluttered
He
to
fluttered.
grab a hold of a bridge. That was it.
It was the dragon scene. By far, for me, was probably the whole scene, the whole length of it.
Yes.
Was probably one of the
whatever I forgot.
Underdark.
Yeah, Underdark.
Yeah.
The entirety of the Underdark was funny.
Oh yeah.
So, they had a great fight sequence in there.
Yes.
That fight sequence when he's like going through the smaller ones, not the boss.
Mm-hmm.
He just like flew through those.
That sword that he's got.
I want it.
I want it.
Like he throws it or it breaks off.
Okay, so you're talking about your favorite.
The two comedy scenes with the dragon and when they were sneaking into the castle. When he had the little clone of them and dude got stuck, they were moving away and his face is glitching out.
Oh yeah.
His fucking face.
Yeah.
It's like
Because I didn't realize that it was a holograph at first either.
I thought it was him.
When it started glitching out, I was like, what?
And they're back here, he's like,
And that's what I'm talking about with like the scenes, where you have your comedy scenes that are, some of them are meant to just kind of break up the monotony of the movie.
Right.
Not the monotony of the movie, but the monotony of the scene, the pace. And then some are meant to just outright make you laugh. And this movie had a lot that were meant to break up the pace, but the ones that were meant to make you laugh your ass off made you laugh your ass off. Whether they were big scenes like the owlbear scene, or little scenes like the distorted projection of Chris Pine.
What were you gonna ask though?
I don't remember.
Oh, the dog broke you.
The dog broke me. Yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna ask. What were we talking about?
What we just talked about.
Oh.
The funny things.
Yeah.
Scenes in the movie.
I think I was gonna ask you what your favorite.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot. I mean, from the beginning of it to the end of it, there's a lot of comedy. Like whenever they were about to be executed, and she's over there like has a plan. He's like, oh, we about got him. He's over there trying to cut his rope from the stone. And she's fighting everybody. He has a sword and he's like,
typical bard though.
yeah.
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 So, who was your favorite character in the movie?
Side characters count.
Any character. Any character in the movie.
The paladin.
Zink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. After watching that, I think my next character I'm gonna build is a fucking paladin.
I've wanted to
based on him.
Paladins are one of the most versatile classes within D&D.
Yeah.
I've seen a level 15 paladin that could literally deal 80 points of damage in one hit.
Well, it's just like I'm sitting there watching. I mean, like, he's so literal.
Yeah.
Even in the movie.
Yeah.
It's like, he's a son of a bitch. He's like, so you blame his shit on his mom? So what?
So you blame his mother.
Yeah. Huh? And then the whole, like, he's like, Chris Pine's like, I will never take his hand. And he kind of like smiles like, I heard that. He's like, how did you hear that?
I heard that too.
Yeah, he's great. I was like, after watching that, I was like, yeah, my next character is Paladin.
I've wanted to build a paladin for a while because I've played a fighter, I've played a cleric, I've played and I'm currently playing a warlock.
Well, so I think it'll go good hand in hand because it's like I'm a rogue right now who would prefer to either sneak around or do attack from behind. A paladin is like just straight up walk in front of you.
Yeah.
And will hit you. Like,
yeah.
Doesn't care if you see him or not.
I either want to do a paladin or a barbarian next game.
You should do barbarian. Do paladin or both be paladins.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Have two paladins, that'd be dope.
But no, I think like after level 5, as we get into level 6, I might like multi-class into a paladin.
Well, on your character right now?
Yeah, multi-class into a paladin.
I don't know if I can multi-class.
You can always multi-class. It just depends on what you want to multi-class into.
I know, but man, my trade's at the end of the level. I don't know. I have to do some reading on it.
Yeah, a
Who's
paladin.
your favorite character?
My favorite character? My favorite character was Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Her character, the barbarian.
Olga.
Yeah, Olga.
Yeah.
That was absolutely my favorite character. She played a barbarian to a T. When you look at, because we've had a couple of different examples of barbarians that we've looked at.
Right.
In one of our last campaigns, with on the Monday campaign, where Ryan was playing Joby and Ethan.
Right.
And when I was there, Ryan played a barbarian that was way OP.
Yeah,
But what's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was actually the perfect character, honestly.
It was. Barbarians.
They don't have to think much. They just do.
Yeah, barbarians just smash it. And when you look at the animated show Critical Role, or Critical Role's animated show,
Vox Machina?
Yes, Vox Machina. Grog, it's what he is. He doesn't think.
Grog.
He just does.
He's my favorite.
Yeah.
He is my favorite. I love him.
And that's what I loved about Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Like, she was a somewhat smarter barbarian,
but didn't do a whole lot of talking.
but didn't do a whole lot of talking. She
Right.
didn't have a whole lot of dialogue, but her dialogue was spot on barbarian.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was straight to the point.
Except with his daughter.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Well, then you have those motherly instincts.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. But, like, she beat the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah.
And then when her axe went into the forge,
Yeah.
and she
then
took it out.
Or you talking about using every other weapon that was available?
Oh, yeah.
Bow, hammer, like anything that was there, grab.
Yeah. Yeah. Very versatile.
Yeah.
Very strong. Just knocking people all the way across the room. Yeah, she was definitely my favorite
What do you
character.
think about her ex-husband?
That was kind of funny. The short little dude.
Bradley Cooper?
Yeah. I thought it was.
That had me rolling because I was looking at it, I'm like, and then the voice finally registered, like, hey, Bradley Cooper.
When I first watched the movie and I first saw him on screen because of all the makeup and everything, I swear to God, I thought it was Seth Green to begin with. And then, you know, you hear the voice and you're like, okay, yeah, it's Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
But Bradley Cooper in that movie almost sounds like Seth Green. Kinda.
It doesn't sound like normal Bradley Cooper.
Mm-mm.
Like, he was like throwing his voice off. That's why it took me a second to recognize, like, oh, that just made me laugh. Because if you think about it, he plays Rocket, you know, in Marvel.
Yeah.
Now, he's normal size, but he's shrunk.
he He's his person,
Yeah.
but he's about this tall.
Oh.
What about you, Miss Angel? Who was your favorite character?
I actually liked Doric,
Which one was Doric?
the druid.
Okay.
I thought
The
she was
wild
pretty
shape.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was pretty cool. And it was the introduction of...
The wild shape. The girl.
The Tiefling?
Yeah, the tiefling.
Yeah. It was, Owlbear was just introduced as a recognized monster or beast in D&D just a few years ago, and finally getting to see it in all its glory on screen was amazing.
It was.
And I liked her. I liked her character. So, I wouldn't mind. I've never been a druid, ever.
I'll see. Can we swap characters for a day?
Can we do a one shot? So, but no. Overall, I would say the movie was absolutely fantastic. I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it was well done. The cinematography in the movie was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the shots that they did in the movie were amazing. Especially with the tiefling and her doing the wild shape, and so many situations. Especially when she was trying to escape the castle.
Went from that to a rat to a deer, and she's like, "Oh, told you we needed deer."
Right.
I loved that scene. That scene where she was trying to escape.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
And the camera angles and the shots that they got, obviously it's all CGI. But
It was pretty seamless, though.
it was. The way that it was done was fantastic. So.
On the gameplay side, it's really cool to see those things come to life. I played D&D as a kid in the 80s. It was much different than we play it now. And the movie in the 80s, at that point in time, was just as exciting to watch. Like, that's what we play. That's what we do.
Right.
I don't know. It's better now, though. Because
you can...
it's so much bigger now.
Yeah.
And what they did on screen, these are things that we see in our minds and on the cards and in the books all the time, and now here it's right here in your fucking face.
Y'all have cards?
I still have one. I still have my immortality card.
I had that one, and I traded it in because my dumbass was like, "Oh, war card."
I have cards.
And I got screwed, and then played my mortality. So.
But there's so many different cards too. Like I have my, our weapons and when you see monsters and when you have beasts for yourself.
Yeah.
Like we get to see those things, and being able to see it on screen always for me is huge.
Well, being able to see. So when we play D&D now, we're playing as a party, as a group.
Yeah.
And
we're all trying to kill each other.
Right.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Well, it's different with this group than it was with our previous group.
Our previous group was really close, though.
Yeah, our previous group was.
Yeah.
It was a very loyal group. I mean, we'd been together for so long, though.
Yeah.
Like there were times at the beginning and certain characters that weren't as welcome, and then as time went on, they couldn't go anywhere. Like we needed them.
Right.
Kind of like when my character died, and literally people cried. Like it was a super emotional game, and you don't expect to actually get attached to your characters, and I think that's kind of affected how I play now because I try not to get too attached.
Yeah,
because I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
When she died, and watching my child, who is my DM, who killed me, cry because he just killed me.
Old Dano's been there.
I've been there a couple times.
But it was those characters weren't as long.
No.
Like I'd had Selena for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And then she was just it was a role.
Yeah.
It was a role.
Yeah. And
there was no avoiding it. Like I've watched him sidestep things before.
Yeah.
Where he could kind of manipulate the game to an advantage where somebody didn't die. There was no way.
And I still maintain to this day when Xano was on the cusp. Remember when his core got ripped out, and I can't remember the name. Was trying Alex's character was trying to rebuild the core. There was a moment where like it was life or death, and I still maintain to this day. And he says he doesn't, but I still maintain that he manipulated the numbers. Bless you. To keep Xano in the game.
I don't think he manipulates the numbers. I think he manipulates the way the rolls.
That's what I meant. Not manipulate the numbers.
Because if he manipulated the numbers, I wouldn't have died.
Right.
He could have easily fudged that and been like,
"Oh, he saved my life like three times now."
Very easily, he could have been like, "No, nope, that didn't happen."
Yeah.
But
you're not instantly dead. You're down.
And that was the first time we've ever seen that. Like it was instant death.
Yeah,
it was just
instant.
I was just gone.
Yeah, it was.
And we were only halfway through the game. I sat there in tears for like another 2 hours of a game.
Yeah, we were only halfway through the campaign because you weren't that high of a level. You were at level 4 or 5.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was very sad.
But
then my next character though was my favorite, and she was badass.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was like level 15.
I know it's raised a question. I'm wondering if my character dies, am I out, or do I just create a new character?
You create a new character.
Yeah.
And it's
9 times out of 10 you just create a new character.
And it's up to you.
Died, completely restarted.
No, and it's up to you. You know whether you want to create a character or
not play.
But if you do create a new character, you'll be at the same level. You'll create your character at the same level as we are.
Most of the time, it's really up to the DM.
9 times out of 10, he lets you if we're
because he doesn't want to try to manipulate things where he's trying to look at a level 1 with people that are level 8.
Yeah, like if you die at level 8. Then your next character will come in as a level 8 or level. Usually it's the same level as the rest of the party.
So what you're saying is, when I get tired of my character, I just go commit suicide. Get a new character.
I mean, you can there are ways that you can actually, and this is totally off the subject of the movie.
We're talking about D&D.
We are talking, yeah. Well, yeah, we are. So there are ways to manipulate the fact that your character goes away, because there were Alex did this in the last campaign where he wanted to create a new character but not have his character die. And Joby's done this in numerous games.
So I could have 2 characters but only play as one throughout a certain period and then go back to the other.
No, because once you get rid of one character, that character becomes an NPC if the DM wishes to continue anything with that character.
Okay, I got you.
So you turn over your rights
to the
character.
When you basically essentially kill him.
Yeah, or when you change character.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but he can come back as a NPC, but...
Well, I don't want my dude to come back as an NPC right now because he could very potentially kill all of us.
But he might be an NPC on our side. It just depends.
Right. Well, if he's against us, watch out.
Oh, I know all your weaknesses though.
Yeah, but I mean, you literally all you'd have to do is creep around the woods or something, do stealth attacks. Once you do one stealth attack, gone. Come back, a week later.
Yeah.
It's literally just do this right here, picking people off one at a time. Because I do have a deadly dagger that can kill. Austin said himself could kill a Rillo.
Could? It could.
But he said if you miss, you die instantly. And I'm like, cool.
Oh fuck.
So that's the last resort, because Ethan's telling me can't outrun the dude, can't outswim the dude. It's like if he shows up, y'all screwed. We're screwed.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm gonna shove your ass out there and run.
So, what did you think of the gelatinous cube in the game, or in the movie?
Is that the acid thing that they jumped in?
Yeah, the big Jello cube.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's an actual thing in D&D. In our last campaign, we came across one.
I don't know what it is.
Basically, what it is that it's a big cube of Jello
Yeah.
that anything inside of it dissolves, as you saw with
Right.
the person and all that. That it dissolves and it dissolves fairly quickly.
Right.
So, but I thought, me personally, as a fairly new D&D player, but one that has experienced quite a bit throughout, his campaigns, I thought that was a really good addition into the movie because it's not something that a lot of DMs use.
Right.
Because it doesn't move. It doesn't go anywhere. It just literally stays right there.
Stationary object.
Yeah, it's a stationary object. It's not sentient. Like, it can't, come after you.
Like a mimic.
Yeah.
That was awesome in the movie.
Which was also in the movie, which I absolutely loved. I love the fact that, they had these little...
Chest of loot.
What's that?
Chest of loot.
Yeah.
That you could potentially use.
Well, yeah.
Open it up and, oh shit, the mimic.
But these creatures within the movie that are actual creatures within the world of D&D.
So what was the jaguar?
That's a displacer beast.
Huh?
A displacer beast.
Oh. Someone, you put a replica of it behind it or something.
Yes, basically what it can do is make a hologram, for lack of better terms, of itself to distract you so that it can attack you.
Yeah, when it was doing that with the people, I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
If that was to attack our party, I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, those things are... I haven't come across one in any of the campaigns that I've been in. But they are a very interesting beast within D&D.
I wonder if Austin would create one.
I don't know. It would be... I don't know if anybody here would know what to do with it.
Stab, kill. What do you think we normally do? All up until now, we have a steady pace of going to the bar, getting in bar fights, and potentially burning buildings and cities to the ground.
Pretty much, yeah.
That is a recap of everything that has happened.
Yeah. Destroy a bar or destroy an entire city.
Yeah. That's it, right there. That's
and create a plague. Destroy a city, create plague.
Yeah.
That seems to be our...
Wherever we go, something's exploding, someone's dying, thanks to me. Places get robbed, thanks to me. But I'm not burning any places down.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me sneezing.
Got right over there beating people up, throwing shit out the window. I'm not even sure what happened there. But I think it was session 3 when we all had that first session when we were all together.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, we're going up against the bar. No, some bar y'all threw something out the window. So, what happened there? How come I wasn't invited?
We didn't really fight anybody.
No.
Well, we did. We fought a guard, but...
Did we?
Yeah, right at the beginning when we saved Noelani.
Yeah.
That's how we got to know her. And then she turned on us. And she doesn't like us anymore. She wants to kill us.
She's never liked me.
Oh, that's just because it carries over from real life.
Obviously.
You want to kill me that bad in real life?
So while you were gone, we were talking about the little additions of the beasts within the movie that we have seen either in a game or have heard of, like the gelatinous cube.
Mm-hmm.
In one of our campaigns, we've come across a gelatinous cube.
We've also the mimic.
The mimic, yeah. That's the one we were talking about, was the mimic, and then the displacer beast, which is the jaguar looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't come across one in our campaigns yet, but
I said it'd be funny if Austin created one.
I don't think it would. That thing looks scary as hell.
yeah.
He said, what we do against? I said, just stab, kill. That's all we could do.
So, but no, it was overall, in my opinion, it was a really good movie. The special effects were beyond reproach. Both CG and practical effects. The script, the dialogue in the movie was phenomenal.
I will say one thing I love about the movie, and it's just one of those that you gotta think about it. Us, when we're put in a position, you can kind of see how someone thinks, like how would you get around this, or how would you do this one. And then if we look at it, the movie as that perspective, be like, that's smart. I would never have thought of something to do something like that.
Yeah.
Like they're doing all these little things, and it's like, yeah, I would never have thought about that.
I want in this campaign, I want the hither thither staff.
Yeah.
Yes, I want that staff.
Bro, you know how much shit we rob and
potentially
do?
Oh yeah, we could get in a lot of trouble.
You want to get in a ball? What do you mean? Sweet.
We could definitely get in a lot of trouble with that.
Oh hell yeah.
But it would be a lot of fun to have one in our current campaign.
The outside sending stones, which we are looking for right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walkie talkies.
Yeah. Although theirs in the game only lasted for an hour, there are some in D&D that basically last indefinitely. We had some in our last campaign where like they were little earpiece type things, but they weren't like common.
No, it was not a stone. It was not.
No, but it was a little like earring or something that you put on that had a. I don't remember.
It was like a telepathic link.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're looking for right now. That's what we've been looking for about a month now.
Yes. Yeah. The sending stones.
Just so we can do non-devious acts of crime.
Yeah.
We're not planning on creating no war crimes. Or I'm not, at least.
I'd burn the whole city if I could.
I already thought about going to the rich area and just start stabbing people. Stealing shit. That's like whatever. I was like, I want to kill someone. They're like, oh, we're going to Shadow Ward. No, I want to go to the rich area.
I want to go rob some people.
Yeah. If I steal from somewhere here, they're going to kill me.
So.
Now I just want to play D&D. God damn it.
You're going to go home and watch the movie again, aren't you?
But you know what's going to be interesting is this upcoming game, more than likely, we might have spectators.
Huh? On this coming up Friday?
Uh-huh.
What are you talking about?
Because our guests won't be leaving until Sunday.
I don't think they will be.
I bet you they will.
I don't think they will.
Who is it?
I do. Because they would be spending time with the kids. The kids don't play D&D.
Maybe.
So.
We'll have to see.
So, my ex-in-laws are coming in for graduation. Because my daughter is graduating. And,
oldest daughter.
Yes. And, my ex-husband's parents haven't seen the kids in a few years, since before COVID.
Yeah.
A few years before COVID.
Yeah.
So, because my oldest son, when he graduated was during COVID, and, you know, there was no reason for anybody to fly in for that because we couldn't have anybody at graduation. So now they're here for our daughters, and yeah.
That might be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, we wouldn't ask them to play only because that's not their forte, but
and they're old.
I'm old, but they're older.
But that combo catch up. That 20s all day.
Right. So it'll be interesting to see, though.
It will.
You know, I hope the invitation is at least extended because they're only here a week.
Yeah.
And they should get to spend as much time as possible, even in just, you know, the same area as as their kids and their grandkids. So, yeah, should be interesting. I didn't mention it on Friday because I didn't want to disrupt Austin's flow.
Yeah.
And I didn't want him to cancel the game. So
that
was like...
That was a long session, too.
It was a long session.
It was a good session.
About 5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good session.
Because he's like, we are over there. Cliffhanger. No, I'm keeping going. What? No.
Because usually when he ends, I'm like, God damn it!
It's always on a cliffhanger
Now see, if you guys would have fought them, it would have been a cliffhanger.
There's no way. If we would have fought them, at least half of us would have died.
And half of y'all would have died.
You would have been instantly disintegrated.
No.
Yes.
I already had a plan.
That's mine.
Okay.
That's my gift from Neil.
Okay.
I had a plan to get out of there.
If you would have been able to survive the first blast.
Or if I'd have rolled high enough to go before him.
I used to be him. Remember when you and Jeremy decided you guys were going to make this whole fight against something? I was like, peace out, bitches.
No. Don't put that on me. That was Jeremy and Neil fighting the dragon.
No, it wasn't Jeremy and Neil. It was you too.
I was not fighting the old lady.
Yeah, you were.
No.
Yes, you were.
No, I did not.
Yes, because you and Jeremy gave me shit for months because I had a broom. When they made the choice of fighting the old lady who ended up being a giant fucking dragon that could kill everybody. Right before they did it, I got on my broom and I was like, "Fuck no!"
This is what happened.
Whoa,
hold on.
First off, I would never dip.
Oh, I did.
On the party. I would dip on y'all. That's my boy over there.
Now,
I'm gonna be.
It was Jeremy and Neil that decided to fight her when she decided to rob her. When she turned into the dragon and started killing them. That's when I was like, well, fuck, I guess I have to intervene so that they don't die. And I'm like, okay, I'm walking over there. All of a sudden, here she is on her broom. Yeet!
I was like, see, I had like no hit points though. I was like, I'm not about to fucking die. Right here, it'd be like one blast from that bitch and I'm done. Nope.
Yeah. No, it was not even a second. I didn't even look at her and say, let's go help. I was walking. She was like, on my broom, off I go.
See, I did a similar thing to that too. I don't know if you remember which I know he's here. He's not here, so he can't get mad at me. The Griffin. When we fought the Griffin. How I jumped inside of it. Remember, I think Neil did sliced it, and created a hole big enough for me, and I jumped into the Griffin.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I'm in there stabbing it.
To be fair, we were not like super established with each other at that point. Like I didn't actually care about you guys at that point because that was the whole basis of my character.
To be fair, you still don't. You still don't give a shit about us.
I do.
You know.
I would have left a long time ago if I didn't give a shit.
What's keeping you here now? There's literally nothing that ties you to us.
The eye, which she gave up.
Yeah. Good job on that one.
I know.
God.
To be fair, we all did vote for her.
No,
that's true. It was a democracy.
No, I did not cast my vote because I had a gun pointed at my head.
That's your fault.
I rolled reverse. Would you follow the two dudes or the dude who's a stealth sniper whose perception is better than my stealth only if I roll a nat 20?
To be fair, I would have followed the guy. I would have done what you did.
Yeah. And your stealth sucks, so it caught you.
Pretty much.
Literally, I'm like, dude, 23. Yeah, that's high. No, it's 25. God damn it. I would legit have to roll a natural 20 just not to be caught.
Alright. So we're probably going to end a few minutes early tonight.
Well, since conversations were going for hours.
Yes. So I'm going to do something that I don't think we've done on the videos before.
I don't know.
But something we definitely did while we were broadcasting on radio. We're going to do our final act for the movie. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the final act. Anyway, Miss Angel, what did you like about the movie? What did you not like about the movie? Would you watch it again? Would you recommend it?
Honestly, there really isn't anything, and it's few and far between with movies, but there's not anything I can say I did not like. I liked everything about it. I liked the story, the actors, the dialogue, everything,
She got Forrest Whitaker eye. Literally, her eye started twitching.
The CGI and the sets, like, everything was great. There wasn't anything I didn't like. I would absolutely watch it again. I would absolutely recommend it for anybody. Like, you don't have to like D&D to like the movie. It's just a cool movie.
Okay.
You don't need to know anything about D&D to watch the movie.
No, absolutely not.
That's one thing I really liked about it. It was like you could have no knowledge of D&D, watch it like, oh, that's a great movie.
It's a really cool
It is. Zach, your final act.
No, I'm hand in hand with Miss Angel over here. Like, it's super good. Nothing wrong with it. Not that I can tell. Great movie. Funny. Family friendly.
Okay.
Opens the world. Opens the people to, D&D. Have you ever played it? You kind of see that movie. Oh, that's what that's like. And then you play it and you're like, no, it's not. I died.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go wild chicken to an owlbear. You got stabbed in the heart. Oh.
Your hopes can't get crushed.
Your AC is really low.
You gotta be level 17 to do that. We're level what? One going to 17 in about 7 years.
Right?
Jesus Christ!
It's truth.
It is. It is. We only made it to level 15.
You made it to level 14.
Whatever.
Good thing all my stats are at level 9 or level 13. Level 13 is the cap for all my stats.
Alright, so I really loved, and I talked about this earlier, but I really loved the overall aspects of the movie. I love the combination of CGI with practical. Because I love it when movies, especially big movies like this, can incorporate practical effects into the movie. Some of it may not be 100% perfect. Some of it may have been better with CGI. But when you incorporate practical effects, especially for like the costumes and the moment with the big fish with the cat and stuff like that, it adds a certain amount of realism to the overall movie. Even though nothing about the movie is real, it adds more realism to a fantasy movie to have practical effects than to have straight CGI. That being said, my youngest daughter said she absolutely loved the movie. That being said, there was a moment in the movie where the CGI could have been better. It was when the tiefling was escaping from the castle when she was doing all the different wild shape forms. Could have been a little more crisp. There were times when
I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it. I'm really nitpicking here, but
You're really
grasping.
no.
It was pretty good overall.
It was pretty good overall, but you could tell that look, in this day and age in technology, and we have seen the quality of CGI that can happen. If you look at Endgame, 95% of the CGI in that movie is spot on.
Yeah, but now you're going against corporations.
You're right. You're right. But there is CGI out there, and there are programs, and there are, companies that can do it to where the CGI is way more crisp. Yeah. And that's all I'm saying. It's just the difference. So I know you're a little young. Maybe Miss Angel will know. Maybe not. When original Star Wars came out and they were doing blue screen, you could definitely tell blue screen because you had the black lines on the models and on like black outlines up against the blue screen. So anything that was projected on the blue screen, you could tell. You could tell the difference. Nowadays, with green screen, it's somebody's trying to tell me I have bad breath.
No.
But nowadays, green screen is a lot more crisp. You don't have those lines anymore. Yeah. And with with CGI technology nowadays, it is possible to where you can make it to where it is seamless, it is crisp, it doesn't look like it's computer generated. And there were some of the creatures, the deer looked computer generated.
Yeah, I get the deer, yeah.
You know what I mean? The bird looked computer generated.
Dog?
Yes. Yeah. It looked computer generated.
Oh, I think computer generated.
Because it was.
Because it was.
Right, but that's
You show me someone can turn into a bird and a deer. Yeah.
D&D, my friend.
Yeah, man.
But that's all I'm saying, and I'm really nitpicking here.
You are. You're really.
Because there really isn't a lot to negatively say about this movie. You know,
Right.
overall, from beginning to the end, from the beginning to the end, the movie keeps you engaged.
Oh, 100%.
You know, there are some slower parts in the movie where they slow down because of the pace of the movie, because it can't be all the time.
Right.
You know, it can't be going all the time, so it has to slow down a little bit. But those moments where the pace slowed down a minute, you know, where the pace slowed down a little bit, they didn't last long, and they didn't encompass the movie. They moved the story along, you know. So throughout, any good movie is going to have its ebbs and flows, right? You've got where there's a lot of action happening, you know, or a lot of plot building happening, then it comes down and it kind of slows, and it's up and then it's down. And the mark of a good movie is to make those somewhat equal in quality and storyline. You know, where they move the storyline along. And that's what this movie did. You know, these slow parts, like when Chris Pine was doing his backstory, or when he was, you know, falling asleep, or you know, when he was talking with Olga and stuff like that. You know, you have those little moments where it's just kind of, chill.
Yeah.
You know, and then it builds up again, and it moved the story along in such a way to where you don't get bored. You know, you don't want to stop the movie. You don't want to, even though you can, you don't want to pause the movie. You want to keep watching because you want to see what happens next. You know, the fight scenes in the movie were fantastic.
Oh, that choreographer was on something.
Yes. The choreography in the fight scenes were absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
The end fight scene. So this is one of my biggest pet peeves in a movie that has a lot of action and a lot of fighting. Either the end fight scene is way too long, or it's way too short.
Yeah.
You know, boom, boom, he's dead. Okay, it's not really exciting.
Right.
Or it drags on, and the good guy just keeps getting his ass beat. And right before he's about to die, he pops up and beats the crap out of him. Okay, such an overused trope that it's not even good anymore. But with this, you had moments where the good guys, were getting their ass kicked, but then the bad guy was. You know, she turns this stone, and the stone dragon reel, and she's up there, and all of a sudden she gets hit and she gets knocked down, and she loses concentration. She gets back up, starts fighting again, gets knocked down.
Yeah, they just keep trying to get closer and closer, and once they get to her, it's all hand to hand.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, hand to hand fighting, she breaks off, get some more room, back to fighting.
Yeah. It was that ebb and flow.
Yeah.
You know, it was that constant back and forth to where she's getting her ass kicked, they're getting their ass kicked, and then finally, you know, the owlbear comes in.
After the cut.
Yeah.
After the magic cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just beat the
That scene reminded me of the first Avengers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where Hulk took Loki.
Yeah, but there was no talking.
Well, so that was
Yeah.
like
It
a
was just
throwback
like-
to that, yeah.
It was just like, oh yeah, this is how we did it. Also, swoosh, pop, pop, pop. I'm done.
It was a throwback to that and to Civil War. Not Civil War. Was it Civil War?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Age of Ultron. I'm sorry. Where Hulk or Iron Man's in the Hulk Buster.
Yeah.
And is beating the crap out of the Hulk.
Yeah.
You know, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah. It was kind of a throwback to that. But it was...
but they actually recognize it as like a throwback too, where Hulk is...
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Going after
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I can see that because she tackles her and then just starts hitting her. And she's laying there and then she gets up and she's like, no!
Yeah. So she does it. She stops. Okay, it's probably good. No. Back to it. And then chokes her across the building.
Which is one of the best endings to a fight scene ever.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, you're tough. There you go.
Yeah, it wasn't like some dramatic death scene for the bad guy. She literally just was dead.
Beat the shit out of her and threw her. Yeah, it wasn't this, Wicked Witch of the West. I'm melting.
I mean, and she's already dead.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. But I would definitely watch it again. Like, I want to watch it again. I will watch it again. It's that good of a movie.
Oh, yeah.
And for my 12-year-old who has the attention span of a gnat when it comes to movies, for her to say that she loved the movie and that she would watch it again is a big compliment to the movie itself. Because if somebody like our youngest daughter, yeah, I know, she's flipping me off, it's okay. But it's not an insult to her, But if somebody like her is like, fuck yeah, I want to watch it again. Like, I love the movie, it was great, I want to watch it again. It's a big compliment to that movie.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And
what is that supposed to mean?
You did a good job.
Yes, good job. And I love the fact that it's a D&D movie. There's some violence in it, but it can be shared with the family.
It's a family-friendly movie.
Yeah, like both of you were saying, it's a family-friendly movie where you can sit down. There's a couple little jokes in there.
There's no nudity and there's no sex
nudity.
and
there's no sex. There's no
I don't think
gratuitous violence.
I don't think there's a lot of cussing in it either.
I don't think
there might have been one or two, but
maybe.
I mean, the scariest thing was the Displacer Beast.
Yeah.
But
even that wasn't really scary looking. It's scary as a thought, as a character.
Yes.
But it wasn't scary looking on the screen.
No, it is a movie
I think
that.
It's scarier than a fat dragon.
Right. Yes.
It's a movie that we needed in this day and age. It's a movie for adults. It's a movie for kids. It's a movie for everybody in between. It's a movie for lovers of D&D. Players, DMs. Those who have been playing forever. It's for those that have only started playing. It's for those that have never played, don't know what D&D is about. Yeah. It is a great D&D movie. It is a great fantasy movie.
Oh, 100%.
And it's been a long time since we've had a movie like that, to where we can all enjoy it in different age groups and different levels, And I would absolutely recommend this to anybody that loves fantasy movies, that loves D&D, obviously, but anybody that loves fantasy movies, that loves, that wants a movie that you can just sit and laugh and hang out with your kids. It's a great Friday night popcorn, soda, sit in front of the TV and just watch movie. It's one of those that will bring you back to your childhood. It's one of those that I would love to do with my kids. Sit, eat popcorn, just pop a bunch of popcorn, sit in the living room, turn all the lights off, watch the movie, and have fun.
Yeah.
So, I know I talked a while. I was trying to kind of, expand that time a little bit, and you know how I can talk.
I don't think anybody's gonna care if we are, 1 hour or two.
I know. I wanted to, expand the time a little bit. Anyway, any final thoughts on the movie?
Not any more than what I've said.
Okay.
I don't think you can. I mean, what else is there to say? It was great.
It was. All right. I want to get situated here because I got to do some stuff. Anyway, I want to thank Zach and Miss Angel for being here with me tonight. As always, Had a blast. Loved it. And we'll definitely get back into doing some more recordings.
Oh yeah.
Talking about more movies, about more Hollywood stuff and stuff like that. So with that in mind, support your veterans, fire, police, and EMS. And as always, be safe, be smart. We want you back here every time that we broadcast for all of our shows. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Y'all have a good evening.
See ya.
Good night.
If you like this video and you want to see more content like this, head on over to our page at Wicked Curiosity Media. Hit that subscribe button and make sure to ring that bell to be notified of any new videos that we post. If you like this video and you want to see more content like this, head on over to our page at Wiki Curiosity Media. Hit that subscribe button and make sure to ring that bell to be notified of any new videos that we post.